Hi everybody, it's Dr. Biology here, and I thought it would be good to do a couple of videos about how to learn to study. And one of the key things that probably you might have noticed in your school recently with your teachers is that there's a lot more what we call retrieval practice going on. So that's about retrieval of information or knowledge that is either short term or long term to try and get that to fix in your brain. So I thought it'd be useful for me to talk through the main kind of reasons why your teachers might be doing that. So let's have a quick look at this first of all. Well, okay. So this is called the curve of forgetting for newly learned information, and it's quite interesting because at school we realise that most of you are doing 5-6 period days, and it's very hard to remember everything you should be doing. So you can see the kind of forgetting curve. So the first repetition, so let's say your first kind of exposure to new knowledge in the classroom, you can see over a period of weeks you forget a lot of that information, so memory retention is quite poor, and that's quite normal in the vast number of people on planet Earth. Okay, so you're not alone. And you might notice though that to actually get it to fix more, you need to kind of repeat that memory retention. So you need to kind of review your work or go through things on a short-term and long-term basis to hopefully make most of it stick in your brain. You might have seen things like this. So for example, short-term and long-term memory retrieval. So at our school, we like to ask students questions at the beginning of the lesson. That might be short-term questions, so that might be related to what they did last lesson or in the past couple of lessons, whereas we might ask questions about long-term retrieval. So this could be related to a completely different topic or some work that they did 2, 3 or even 4 weeks ago or even further. And the reason we're doing that is to try and make links to previous learning, so to try and make those things stick a bit better. So what are my top tips in terms of retrieval? Well, firstly, practice until you cannot get it wrong. So regular practice of using that knowledge will help it sink into long-term memory. So again, some of your schools, in fact most schools these days, will be using knowledge organizers. So you can use knowledge organizers and also knowledge quizzes and knowledge tests. Your brain learns by repeated practice and it building links between things. So this does boost your understanding, particularly if you can link your work between things. So for example, in biology, you might study diabetes and blood glucose control, but you would also need to be able to link it to the principles of osmosis, because water can be lost or gained in cells related to diabetes. Thirdly, increase the ability to realize what the question is really asking. So in the examinations, you need to really exam spot. So you want to spot the topics that are being tested, and in the questions you're looking for keywords or phrases to help you formulate your answers. So how are you going to do that? Well, you can do different strategies. These are just a suggestion of a few from learningscientist.org. They suggest put away your class material, so that would be your class books, and write or sketch everything you know. So you could do concept maps, mind maps, sketch things, anything that will help you try to remember. Be as thorough as possible, then check your class materials for accuracy and important points you missed. Secondly, you could take as many practice tests as you can get your hands on. So again, Dr. Biology, I like to do lots of exam practice in the end of my videos. If you don't have ready-made tests, try making your own and trading with a friend who has done the same. And thirdly, you can also make flashcards. Just make sure you practice recalling the information on them and go beyond those definitions and try and make links between ideas. A very good website for flashcards is Quizlet, for example. So there's lots of pre-prepared flashcards on there that could help you. And lastly, Dr. Biology. Yes, Dr. Biology can help you with retrieval of information. So there's a really good bank of GCSE and A-level videos. So you can go over stuff, you can go look at particular topics and really help you embed that learning and make sure you remember things. I also go through exam technique as well. Right, I hope you found that useful. Please do subscribe and I'll see you soon.